Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as. It's week 2 of the NFL. And this defense features Shaq Thompson. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Panthers and the Chargers, and it's all up next.
Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you all for joining us here in week number 2. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we got a great one this week, partner. One of the only games league-wide featuring 2 teams who both won their openers.
Yeah, it's been mission accomplished so far, each off to the start that they envisioned as the season began. And while it's only week 2, whoever can come out of this one with a win and jump to 2-0 has everybody in their division looking up at them.
Only one team will keep the winning waves going to start the season as we're off in week 2. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the 5th-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
Hey, let's be honest. The only reason the Chargers drafted in the top 5 was because Justin Herbert wasn't available all season long. An injury cut short his year, but it really didn't cut short his production while he was playing. Still over 3,000 yards and 20 touchdowns. Kid, I can tell you, this is one guy that I love. I mean, I love to watch throw a football.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 1st and 10 from the 41. To throw, Herbert. Ball finds his running back, Gus Edwards. And he winds up out of bounds, but things not settled yet, so we've got a flag down. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On the ground, it's Edwards again. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Edwards got it. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
So on fourth down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Brown's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. They've got first down from the 31. Straight to the air here, it's Young. Throw left side finds Johnson. This is ahead for about 5. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. Offense to the line for second down. From the 36. That throw behind his intended target.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Young to throw here on third. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Chargers take possession. First and 10, Herbert. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Running behind center with Edwards. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's a pickup of 9. And the Chargers will have a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Hurst there to grab it. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Able to get it to Edwards. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to first and goal. Herbert to throw once more. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. It's Herbert once more. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers stretch their early lead to 9. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers go up 10-zip here in the first. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap now to Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Young on the play action. That one's caught along the left sideline. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sticking to the air, it's Young. That'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Out of the gun, Young. Gets this to Johnson. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Working inside the red zone. This throw is cuffed. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Brooks does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. It's 2nd and goal. Again, they give to Brooks. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers face a 4-point deficit. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Riley Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Edwards. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Short pass brought in. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Short yardage situation here, it's 3rd and 2. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
Typically, the only way you're going to stop a fullback on a short yardage situation is to stop him before he could ever get started.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Panthers football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He'll drive it forward but won't get beyond the line. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Young to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught by Marshall. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Edwards on the shotgun handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Chuck there to haul it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Handoff headed right, it's Edwards. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That stop made by Derek Brown. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this will hit the goal line and then go into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Young on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. To the air on 1st down. Young connects with Johnson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 46. Completed over the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
He finds Johnson. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Has this at the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Throwing on 1st is Herbert. This into the hands of Will Dissly. Hit some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Herbert on 1st down. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Herbert throwing again. Completed to Hurst. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Palmer motioning right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. And the defender comes away with it. J.C. Horn to pick it off.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for them. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Carolina offense headed out now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Young looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. They motion Marshall over left. On 3rd down, it's Young. Marshall there to bring it in. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. 1st and 10, Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And that's good for a gain of 5. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle. All right, here we go. 2nd down. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Catch made by Chark. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. A give to Edwards. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Herbert. Finding Hurst. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs. And
they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Edwards. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. From the 19. He's on the move. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. It's the Chargers with 3rd and 5. Now Herbert to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Browns kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends, but you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Out of the gun, Young. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. And 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass, and a 4th down instead.
The Chargers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Herbert now, blitz coming. Edwards got it. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That stop made by Derek Brown. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. Here's 2nd and 7. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. 2nd and 6 now. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Stopped by Deion Henley. So we reached halftime in Charlotte. The hometown fans feeling good. Their Panthers have the lead. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. In the first half, it was Jonathan Brooks who had it working. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the third. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air on first down. Young escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
A tight end in motion now. It's caught. That's Thielen. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap now to Young. Looking slant route, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Young working from the gun. He's on the move. He keeps it and takes off. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field, and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Brooks. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Young. He's got it! And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Escapes the pocket, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Panthers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Darius Davis to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're sometime into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his #1 premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yep.
Because you know if you create that kind of imbalance and you take away the run, you have a chance of playing pretty good defense like they've done.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Herbert from the gun. He beams one deep right side. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So they're left with 4th down here. They'll bring out the punter here. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. New set of downs for him from the 46. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Pass taken in by Marshall. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Young on 1st and 10. Gets this to Johnson. And they bring him down around the 34. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll send him over right. 2nd and 1. Marshall there to bring it in. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first. Now it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll motion a tight end left. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. On the give, it's Brooks. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Running once more with Brooks. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers lead by 14. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers lead by 15 now. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They've got 1st down from the 31. Now Edwards. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Johnston brings it in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Here's a give inside to Edwards. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert with a blitz coming. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Panthers and Jonathan Brooks ready to begin another drive. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's brought down after a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, Young. He's on the move. Chargers bringing the pressure, and they got him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Young looking to throw. Connects with Hubbard. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Running behind center with Edwards. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Strong running inside the 30. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Running for it with Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They put a receiver in motion right. Here's Young on 1st and 10. They did it! He made the interception! Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. Short throw to the sideline, partner. Normally works for them, right?
Yep.
But a quarterback lying in wait that time jumps in to make the pick.
Those sneaky corners, Kate, you always got to keep your eye on them. Offenses love this area of the field because they're easy completions. But as a QB, you got to use your eyes. You've got to look that corner off. Otherwise, he's going to jump the throw and get that easy INT.
The Charger offense making its way to the field. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. Herbert escapes the pocket. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Herbert now. Got a man. Palmer has it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that will set up 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. To throw, Herbert. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
And they draw up just the right throw, and we're tied. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Gotta go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the 2nd half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now Herbert to throw. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. He's on the move. He's running for it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, Herbert. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Herbert from the gun. Forced out. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So out now comes the punter. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Breaks the tackle, still going. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. To the air on 1st down, Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Throw complete to Thielen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Sending the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Young. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! The Chargers take a fourth quarter lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Panthers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Young on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Young working from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Brooks on the counter. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Now it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Carolina in punt formation. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Chargers are going to take over deep in their own territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Panthers football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
From the 34. Hits him on the out route. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Young. It's caught. That's Thielen. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
From the 28. Has a man. It's Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
To throw. Thielen's got it. Complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Setting up to pass. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie this game 35 apiece. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Here he is to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here he is to throw. That's caught for the first. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
So it's all coming down to a try from Cameron Dicker. This from 28 yards away. And that one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Charlotte.